I'm Katie Ballard, and I'd like to tell you how adult education has not only given me a better, brighter future, but it's ultimately restored my self-worth. I was homeschooled all my life, and in my younger years, I received a good education. However, as I grew older, education was no longer a top priority in our household, and I began to fall behind. While some homeschoolers receive an excellent education, unfortunately, I was not one of those. So let me ask you this. What is left for the people like myself who become adults, but we lack basic education? We join the workforce, but unfortunately, we simply cannot pay our bills on the minimum wage jobs that are all that is available to us. Instead of giving to society, we take from it. At 17, I already had my first minimum wage job, and I knew that I wanted better. I attempted to enroll in our local high school, and I was turned away. They told me I was too old. At 18, I had 2 minimum wage jobs. I attempted to enroll in college. Again, I was denied due to lack of GED or high school credential. I attempted to study for the GED on my own, but I was so far behind that I struggled to grasp even the most basic of math concepts. I was unaware that there was even a subject called social studies. You see, I had never completed math beyond a 7th grade level. Eventually, I gave up. I knew that this was not something that I could do on my own, and I was unaware of any programs like the adult education program that could help people like me. During this time, there were several of my younger friends who graduated from high school, and they invited me to their graduation ceremonies, and of course I went. I would listen to their bright futures, and they would talk about all the colleges they'd applied to and the ones they'd been accepted to, and how they were going to make the ultimate decision of which one they would attend. And I left every such event crying all the way home. I knew that for me, there was no multiple choices of college. There was not even one option. There was no option for a high school diploma. So I went on my same way, working my now 3 minimum wage jobs, barely making enough to pay rent. My husband and I living off of rice and beans for long stretches to help stretch those funds just a little further. Several years of this cycle, my husband was able to attend and graduate college, earning his bachelor's degree. I proudly watched him graduate. However, there was a small part of me that was sad and jealous. How easy it seemed to obtain that higher education when you had that one piece of paper that was your ticket to a better life. High school diploma. Fortunately, Linear Tech has given me the means to obtain that dream that I've had, to get an education. I have 3 children of my own now, 3 children, 3 and under to be exact, and I knew that I wanted better for them. Not only financial stability, but I knew that when they were older, I would push them to receive a higher education. And I had this nagging fear in the back of my head that they were going to look in my eyes and say, "Why, Mom? You don't." After 7 hard months of work, I passed my GED, and the next graduation that I cried at, it was my own. And this time, it was happy tears. I'm now in my 2nd year at Linear Technical College. I've already obtained my certified nursing assistant, and I'm currently completing core classes to apply for the nursing program. My ultimate end goal to be an RN midwife. I have a GPA of 3.63. It's a little high reaching there. And I am on the honor roll. To go in 2 years from 7th grade to being on the honor roll speaks volumes about what this program can do for people like you. I no longer feel ashamed of my lack of education, and I don't have to hide the fact that I'm not educated, and I don't feel like I'm less than someone else who received a traditional education. I have finally received the education that was denied me and has restored my self-worth. There are so many things that an education can do. It can give you a better future. It can give your family a better future. It's going to bring on better futures for future generations. It's It's going to help the economy. It's going to help prevent things like substance abuse, crime, poverty. All these things have been studied and shown to exist in higher amounts in areas where the education is low. The most important thing you can do is get an education. Whether you be somebody fresh out of high school, you need a GED, you need a little extra help like me to get you to the point to get your GED, or you have a GED and you're ready to start college, or maybe you've gone to college and you want to further that education. Go for it. Get that education and make your dreams come true, because that's what it can do for you. Thank you.